Okay, I want to welcome everybody to this special video I've got here, and this is Christmas Day 2020 of all years, 2020 Christmas Day, and I've got a setup here which I keep playing around with and I'm adding to in Blender. We're looking at Blender, okay. 3D setups, not for 3D, but to help with this could be helpful for 3D, but I'm using this to help me with 2D animation for some of my animation like for 2D animation in general, and you know, you could use this for comics also. It's very beneficial. But I'm going to show you basically what I got here. Okay, this is a scene. Yeah, this is a scene, and I'll say that with confidence. It's not an actual scene. What this is, and I'm going to take you through it on this Christmas Day here, 2020. It's a setup. Now, you may have worked that out already, but let's take you through each piece that I've got here, and I may even leave this as a file that you can download for free if you like to, as a blend file, as a gift. How is about it? Now, first of all, what we've got here, you'll realise when I click on this line of bones here, this basically is a skeleton of bones, an armature, where I've just got a line of bones. You'll realise that there's a strange thing over here where it seems to be like the origins out of place, in the wrong position, but that's not true. I've actually set the origin already for both the armature, which you're looking at, which is this bone structure here, this armature, like just a line of bones connected, and basically what's parented to this is this corridor looking thing here. Well, hold on one second. This corridor type, if you want to call it a corridor, it's not really a corridor, but it's this thing. Basically, you can see also within this I've also got a figure, and it's actually the same height as that, more or less, okay, from the top to bottom, more or less the same height, okay. This is a path, and the reason I've got that kind of height is because this is going to be for when I have like multiple characters like fighting along a line, let's say along a path. I'm using this as not a real corridor, but this is like a line, like a corridor, like what I'm saying is, if I get a certain camera angle like this, for example, and I've got two guys and they're fighting, I will maybe use a 3D model like you can see here, like this character here, and I can place him anywhere. I can also pose the figure, obviously, however I wish, doing the fight moves, you know. Oh, excuse me, turn off that snapping there. Hold on one second. Yeah, and I can basically have two figures though, and I can set up their fight moves accordingly. Like if I wanted to have a camera angle like this, I could have them fighting from one end of the corridor down to the other. It's not really a corridor, it's just like the angles, and I can get different kinds of angles to show the action as it's taking place, the fight moves, and just get like close-ups, whatever, different shots. And I'm using this kind of corridor shape just as a guide to work the moves. I may not even use, as I say, I may not even use the 3D model. You know, I might just go freehand and draw characters, you know, just draw them freely. But I'm saying sometimes it's good to use a 3D model and pose it in a position or something and draw on top of it, you know. So I think using 3D is a really good reference. So what I'm saying is I'm using 3D to help me with my 2D animation. We just hit save for a quick second. So in short, what we've got here is a corridor that represents the line of action of which the characters will be moving along. Like, it could be left to right. We want to make sure that they're keeping the same height, and everything, and the line of which is like a line they can go along, you see, from whichever camera angle we want to have. What we're actually looking at is we're actually looking at a camera angle 2. Okay, meaning we're actually looking through a 3D camera, meaning I do have a camera in the scene, is what I'm trying to say. And I'll show you that if I just go to my camera settings. I'm looking, like, this is like when I'm not looking through the camera, you see, there. But I can just look around, and when I go back to my camera view, wherever that camera is placed, where is it? Hold on. It's around here somewhere. The camera. When I go back to the camera view, bang, you can see I've got it in position, and we're looking through the camera there, and I've got it so that the view. Hold on, 1 second. The view here, under view, I've got view lock on, and that's camera to view. So that's when I can actually move my camera around the same way as I would the 3D viewport camera. But I've got an actual camera in here, and another reason I've got the camera. You can have multiple cameras too for different shots. You can animate if you wish to the cameras too. But I'm not doing that here. What I'm saying is I've got something here with the actual camera. I go to my camera settings by clicking on the camera here. We've also got other things we can do, obviously, like the view and everything. The actual camera. Where am I? I'm just trying to work this out myself. First of all, I'm going to add some more zeros to the end of this here, just to make it get a better longer, what do you call it, focal length, or clip start and end. And I've done that to the actual scene as well, making sure that that also has more zeros on the clip start and end. So you've got the view here for the whole scene, more zeros, add a couple more zeros on, 2's enough, 2 more. And the same for the camera settings under clip start and end, add more zeros, and then you won't have that problem where if you zoom out too far, things become invisible. It whites out basically. But basically, also I want to give a quick mention here before we start to explain it a bit better. We're looking at this scene in, as you can see, it's like a white background. You can see the grid and everything on the floor, and I've got the view in just what is it called? Wire edges. Okay, wire edges view. I was like, we're not in solid, we're just in wire edges. Okay, and it's not an X-ray either. We're looking at it as a normal view. Okay, normal wire edges to turn X-ray off. Now, also over here, before we get into this, I've also got 2 little cubes just as like a reference, so I could like use these for different things, or they could represent people or whatever, characters, just to snapping off. Okay, hold on. Yep, so I could use those for different targets and stuff, where the character's going to be kicking or punching or whatever too. I can have objects and things in the scene too. I've currently got it so that I can't click on this corridor and manipulate it, and the reason for being is because when you're manipulating a 3D model and it's within here, a 3D character, let's say, you may accidentally click on that scenery. So the way to make certain objects selectable or non-selectable, unselectable, like by toggling, is if you go up here to the like top right hand corner, I've got it here, you got this little it looks like a little funnel thing. Can you see that where my mouse is pointing here? And then if you go down here and then click the little arrow beside it, open this up, and you can see this little arrow, this little middle one, this little arrow, this one here. Make sure it's turned on, and then what that will do is, if you click away, what that will do is you will see now that all of these objects in your collection, scene collection, will have that little arrow thing beside them. So as you can see, this one, the corridor, doesn't. So, which is basically this one that says cube here, cube 3. If I turn that on now by highlighting it here, you see, then now I can select it. But I want to turn that off, okay, for now. Okay, now one thing I've done is I've parented this corridor, and the reason it works, okay, is I've split it up into many parts. As you can see, this was literally just a cube. All this was a cube, and I stretched it to be really long, like a long type shape, oblong, you know, cuboid, rectangle, a cuboid, and I basically I added a I went to edit mode. I had it selected in edit mode, and what I did basically was I went to this where is it, this one, loop cuts. Yeah, I added some loop cuts all the way along it. So I added a bunch of loop cuts all the way along it, and also one along the side, like the side to like show halfway. So that really is pretty accurate the way I've done it there, showing the waist of the body. And the reason I've done that is because I thought sometimes that when the character bends their legs, it's going to go lower down, so like his head won't be as high as the, in this case, what we can just roughly call a ceiling. It's not a ceiling, but you know, when the character bends his knees, the waist level is going to be going below that line, right? So just to give myself a guide of how tall they are from foot to head, that is the top of the head to the soles of the feet. That is how tall that corridor is. Obviously different characters vary, but that's the basic idea. The center line across the horizontal there is just representing the middle of the body. Now another thing I want to mention, okay, is if I go into another view here, suddenly it becomes invisible, like solid view here. You can't see in a solid mode. You can't see the thing, and the reason for that is I've added this thing so that we can see through. We need to see through this thing to see what's inside of it, right? In this case, we have this 3D figure inside of it. So what I did was I basically added a modifier, okay, to this cube, and there's a couple of modifiers I added actually. One, of course, is well, you can see it's got an armature because it's parented to the armature, the skeleton rig. Those bones above it. By the way, those bones above it are just lined up more or less in the right position, okay? Just above it, not inside, because that will be in the way. We don't really want to have these bones inside. That's, you know, annoying to see. You can turn off the visibility of the armature up here if you follow my mouse. You can turn off the visibility of either the armature or the tunnel. We're mostly doing this in this view, so we're mostly going to be in wireframe view, not X-ray, but we want to see through it, right? So it's not in X-ray, but what it is I've got this other modifier added here under the wrench here, another modifier, which is the wireframe modifier. Now I have not set them. What I mean is I've got these two modifiers, okay? One's the armature. If I click on this little arrow here, you can hit apply. I'm not going to do that because it will set it in a certain position. So I just leave it here, meaning I can play around with it however I want, but it's still connected to it. Same with the wireframe. With the wireframe armature, by the way, I didn't actually add the armature as a modifier. All I did was I parented this corridor once I had it set up. parented it to the first bone in the line of bones here, the armature. So basically, I just clicked on, I left clicked on the corridor, then held Shift and then left clicked also on the armature, the bones, on the first bone, making sure that that was the last one because it's going to be the parent. And I right clicked and I went down and I basically set the parent. Okay, I parented that to the object. So I parented the corridor to the bone being the object. Okay, the first bone in the line of the armature, and I set it to with automatic weights. Okay, and that means when I bend any of these bones along here, it's going to change the shape of this too, so I can have it arcing and bending and stuff like that too, curving basically, because I thought that's going to be pretty useful. Sometimes I'm going to have the characters, you know, not walking in a straight line. Sometimes the characters will be fighting and they'll be moving around. We'll have various camera angles and they'll be like moving along this path. It'll be an invisible path. In the fight scenes you won't actually see the corridor, you're just going to see the characters moving along a certain line. But this is just something I did. Now it's important to have many pieces to this. That's why I've split it up into many parts. You can see on the vertical split. Okay, the what do you call that? Called loop cuts. Okay, loop cuts. Okay. I may add another one in a moment too for the centre of the down the centre of the line of the middle of the floor, because I think that's going to be pretty useful. Either one line down the middle may be enough, I think, so I can mark and see a bit more clearly how the characters are moving along. But let's just take a look at this. So we're looking at this thing. It's not in X-ray view. It's just in it's wire edges, but it's not in X-ray view. So meaning we should still, you know, not be seeing through this the way I am. But as I say, I've added this wireframe modifier to this. So we're not in X-ray view, but I've added a modifier, a wireframe modifier to this. I just selected it, you know, from the list here. Wireframe, where is it? Here. As I say, one of the features on this is you can play around with the thickness. Look at this. Look, if I play around like this, you see. Please ignore the fact that we're seeing those bones there. The reason we're seeing the bones is the same reason that we're going to be able to see the bones in front of the character, like see through the body. The bones are inside. When I go into like solid view, you can still see the bones, right? And that's just handy because it makes it easier to select. And I've done that in by selecting the skeleton rig, finding it in your collection on the right there, and go into the viewport display for the model. Okay, this model, by the way, came from a free software called Make Human, which is very good for making 3D characters if you're actually into 3D. Basic but good, you know, quite a lot of features in there. Basically the best one I've got really compared to other stuff. But yeah, I set this to in front. I set the settings to be in front, so they're easy to select. That's the only reason. Okay, so if I was to go back to my view here, okay, and then play around with the view, it would be totally different. You know, I'm not going to bother with it now actually, but you know, I'm just saying. That's why we can see the bones. But let's go back to what we were doing. Okay, so in wireframe view, if I click on I can't select it because I turned it off, the selectability. But if I go to the object here and go to the modifiers for it, I can then play around with it like as I say, like that. So if I wanted to do that, that's that. So what I'm trying to say is, if I go into because it's so thin now, I've put it all the way down, basically zero thickness. So all we can see is literally the wireframe of its existence. If I was to go into solid view, we can't see anything, not even the wireframe of its existence. and we can't actually select. Maybe we'll just select. Hold on. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But the thing is, if I play with the thickness, now you can start to see it. Okay, if I turn the thickness up, we can have it like that, and we can see somewhat that. I can even bring it up even further. Play around with the offset too if I wish to. You know, do things like that. Now it looks like a prison walkway almost, or something. I don't know. We're not doing that. Okay. We're not trying to do that. So I'm just. But you can see how these kind of guides and grids could be very, very, very useful. And let's go back to what I was doing. I'm going to have that on 0 and go back to wireframe because this is all we need. Okay, good. Now let's click on. Let's go to before I start posing this thing. Let's just have a look. So what we've got here, as I said, please ignore those 2 little cubes over there. They're just extra that I can use for certain things if I wanted to, you know. Yeah, these little models, okay, little tools. But the main thing is we've got this 3D figure that we can use or not use. It depends. I'm not going to use it for every scene. I might just move it away, you know, and just you know, work with this and just draw the characters in freehand, you know. But if I do want to use this any 3D figures, I can have them in the scenes. Now let's have a look here. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this in. Let me turn on my snapping, see if that helps. Here, will that help? Turn on my snapping and see if that helps. I'll move the character along a little bit. Yeah, it kind of fooling myself, right? I think it works. Okay, it's not too bad. Okay, let's turn off the snapping now. I want to actually click on my object, so I need to turn on the controls for that. Okay, for a second, turn on the selectability of this. I'm going to do something else now. I'm going to go into edit mode. Oh, we can't even see it. Damn it. I was thinking to add like another edge to it, but it doesn't seem we can do it. Interesting. The funny thing is, I'll tell you the funny thing, right? The funny thing is actually we don't even have to do it. I was gonna say we could like add another line along there, another line. What I may even do is just make another one. No. What I'll do is I'll reapply the wireframe in a moment. I'm going to get rid of my wireframe. So I've just got rid of the wireframe. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to move this along. Move it out the way for a second. And I'm going to go into edit. Yeah, I'm going to select the object. Go to edit view. Oh, where are we? Why can't I see it? That's really strange. That's really, really strange. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, hold on, let's just see what happens. We go to edit view. Oh, it's over here, that's why. Oh, it moved. Oh, hold on. Maybe that's what it was. So let's put that back on. Put that back on with the wireframe. I'm going to go to edit view. I think it just moved. It just moved. That's all it did. It just moved. Okay. It just moved. So I'm going to go there and I'm going to add another one here. I could have added 2. I could have 3 even. How about let's just add 3. We'll go back to object mode and it's back there. Okay, so we've got that. It's still got the wireframe on. So I don't want to have too many lines because it can become a little bit confusing, you know. I think 3 is good. We've got a center line. I'm going to turn off that selectability for a second. Yeah, we've got the center line, and we've also got the. Let's turn that off for a second too. Hold on. The center line and the the other 2, so they can represent where the characters are stepping or standing. We've got a lot of points there. We don't need too many, but I think we've got enough there as a guide. Pretty good indeed. We could take this a step further and have more lines along the side to show like knees or arms, but I don't want to have it too cluttered. You know, I think this is going to be enough Okay, so let's turn on the visibility of the models again. Okay, good. One thing I can do, hold on, is merge some lines. Hold on, so going over here, I want to just go to my edge, select, choose some of these lines. I want to get rid of some of these lines, definitely. We don't need them, that's why. We just don't need these lines, these extra lines on the side here. I'm going to just right click on that now and go to dissolve edges. We're back to that. Go back to object mode and it goes back to where it was. Okay, let's just see what happens when we go to edit. Oh, I see, in edit mode it's over there. Strange. Let's have this object. Just select it for a second. I can, right? Yeah, I can. Oh no, okay. Select it, go to edit mode. Press A to select all. I'm going to move it across about there. We had it before. We'll see how far off we are, sort of thing, you know. I guess a good way. No, that was definitely wrong. Okay, let's leave that. We'll go back to object mode. Okay, so now we've got what we had originally. I will leave that one across the middle there because I think that's pretty useful, you know. That shows some height as such, you see. Pretty important. So we'll have that there, the middle line to show where the waist is. I was going to hit save quickly. File, save. Now, that music in the background is from a legendary game called Shenmue, if you don't know. Anyone who doesn't know. Oh, I've still got this selectable. Hold on. I'm going to move it along just ever so slightly. Actually, about there. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit File, Save. Turn off the selectability first. Bang. File, Save. Every time you make a change, hit Save. It's always good to do so. I'm going to show you a couple more things. Selecting my bones here, selecting the skeleton. When I go there, I can go in now into pose mode, then choose one of these bones. They've got a thing on here called bendy bones too, which I've not looked into yet, but I will be. And I can rotate that, and look what happens, you see? You can literally rotate it. Now what happens is it does get slightly deformed. It does kind of deform in a weird way, which is kind of, that's what's happening with my one anyway. But you know, I'm just saying, okay, like you can see how this might be useful. Like the characters might want to, you know, you might want to move these bones around in such a way, excuse me, that what the hell's going on here? Hold on. It's got a strange kind of axis. Hang on, what's going on here? It's got a very strange axis here. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, you know, you can move these around, you see, and have a curve. And yeah, it's a bit deformed, but don't worry, we're not trying to make some kind of like really good. We're not really trying to make like a really detailed corridor for like a 3D model. If you wanted to do that, you could. We're just making a basic thing here for like the characters, for how they're going to fight. So let's imagine these characters are here and they're going to fight along this line. Obviously you would have like a real setting, so you could use this for a guide. I could make like an actual setting, a bridge or something, draw it in, and then draw my characters and have them moving along the line. Once I go back to object mode, it's going to be staying there, and you can see what I mean about having the bones further away. You want to have the bones further away. If you can't move the bones and without this following it, of course, because the corridors parented to the parent being the bones, the armature, but you can move the model first separately, independently, if you wanted to. But yeah, let's just look at this. We've got this angle here, so I could have a character walking along an angle, you see, like that. We're still looking through the lens of the camera, don't forget, as well. You know, so we're looking through the lens of the camera. You can see how useful the 3D is. It would really help you if you wanted to draw some scenes like for a comic or something, or an animation. can draw it from your mind freehand, or try to draw those guidelines freehand, and I've been doing that a lot. But I really feel 3D is a powerful tool to help setting up any scenes for animation or comics. Now, so we got this understood, right? Don't forget, you can also go to pose things in a different way too. Like I could do like that, you know, like, you know, just adjust it a different way, even make a staircase. You'd have to do it, you know, actually put the staircase in and put some steps or whatever, draw it a certain way, obviously. But you just draw it, you know, you don't have to, you can just draw that in. And as I say, you can also have multiple corridors and just join them up, or make a really, really long one if you wanted to, maybe even different parts, and you can make any kind of shapes. Don't forget, any kind of 3D objects. I'm just undoing here by holding down Shift and pressing Z, see, to undo. Yeah, you can also when any manipulation you do in, let's say, in object mode, to the skeleton, to the armature, it will also, you know, adjust, don't forget, too. So let's have a look. Hold on. If I go here, I'm stretching that out. It's widened now. I know it's moved across, but, you know, I'm just saying, I've just stretched it out. So if I move back here, I know the origin's a bit messed up, the origin of it, but you see what I mean? Now I can make a wider kind of scene. I could make it taller if I wanted to as well, but I'm just trying to keep the height of the characters in this case, because I want the characters to both be the same sort of height, you know. And there you go. You could use this for anything. You can make an actual scene, a building or whatever. Make the ceiling higher, of course, you know. Let's just go back there. Yeah, the origin's a bit strange. I want to see if I can like move that origin back, but it's just, I don't know what to say. Let's see. Okay, no. So that's that. Okay. For now. Now I want to show you something else. Okay. Let's say I want to have various characters posed. I could pose various characters. I could make various posed figures from just one. So let's say, for example, if I go here to object. Hold on, where are we? Didn't select. If I choose my, if I just choose the armature, let's just say, I'll just select them both, hold down Shift and then left click to get both. I'm going to hold down Shift and press D to duplicate. I'm just going to press X on the keyboard to move that, to make another copy basically, okay? Just moving him by moving the skeleton basically. Now let's imagine I wanted to have various figures in my scene. Okay. What the hell just happened? This guy just moved big time. Moving this character along out the way. We should have enough distance of view because I set the view, don't forget earlier, to have a few more zeros in it, and the clip start and end. Both the normal view up here and for the camera, don't forget. Basically, when I've got a character like that, okay, let me just hit save as well while I'm here. Save. Okay, so I've got double. I'm going to reopen it up as well just for a second just to make sure I got it. I've saved this as Fight Perspective 3D scene currently. So we've got this here, right? We've got this one. Okay, good. Nice. See, is that right? Yep, good. Same settings. So if I click here and I start to pose this figure, let's say I go to pose, and you know. Oh, by the way, if you're exporting these figures from Make Human, by the way, okay, Make Human. Like I did. What you can do is the best thing I've done is you don't have to, but I've exported mine without the eyes or anything like no clothes, no hair, I made it really simple basically. No hair, no eyes, no teeth or anything like that inside, anything like that, and no eyes. And I just I exported it as an FBX. Okay, this is an FBX model which I imported into the scene in Blender, and also the way I exported that from Make Human was I basically exported it as the game engine render, and you can see that's what it's named as, game engine here. You can see, yeah, you can rename any of these things here on your list, of course. I've just not bothered. I'm just clicking them as I go. So we're in pose mode for that. I've selected the skeleton and I've got pose mode selected here. Okay, good. Okay. All right. Another thing to note, I did for the body types. I selected this male muscle for the, what do you call it? Topology, whatever. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is when you're posing, okay, you might want to remember something here. Okay. You don't want, if you want to have the arms and legs more or less in the same position, let's say for example, you might want to mirror that. So I've got that selected, and I'm going to pull out my thing here. God damn it! I'm going to press N on the keyboard if you want to bring that out as well. You just drag it out further. God damn it! Go to Tool, and then go to X-axis mirror and set that. Okay. I don't know what Auto IK is. I might try that in a moment. Just try X-axis mirror first. So I've selected one arm, and you'll see what happens when I move it. Both arms move. How's about it? Okay, right. The legs also. Excuse my cheesy jargon here for this Christmas. And yeah, I can just move the pieces like that. Ignore that big bone below him. It might give him motherfucking nightmares. Let's bring this out here. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. Whatever movement you're going to make, that's what you're going to get. Okay. So just moving the pieces, just moving each part of there. You see, and then you might want to like move the body, obviously like that, whatever. And it just helps if you want to get those same motions. I'm saying, just turn the hands a bit. How about like that? Make him look like a position. I'm going to show you something in a moment. I've got this here, okay. So that's he looking alright, man. He's looking seriously chill. Looking away. Now let's say the dude's sitting on something. I don't know. So let's hey, oh, hold on. Didn't move the body well, did I? There. Let's go back to what the hell's going on? Hold on. Let's go back to what we had. Select the skeleton. Go to pose mode. Move this bone now a little bit. Move the neck, I don't know. I'm just trying to show you the kind of thing, right? So, whatever. Yep. I'm going to have that go into object mode for a second. I'm going to select the actual model now, not the skeleton, just the model itself. Okay, and wait till you see this. Okay, wait till you see what I'm going to do. I've got the model selected, not the skeleton. Right click and go. Hang on, let me find it. No. With it selected, go to object. Yes, at the top here, object, and go down to convert to. And I think this is right. Mesh. No, hang on, no. Mesh from curve or whatever the hell that is. Curve meta surf text. So convert to mesh is what you're looking for. Convert to mesh, right? Click it, bang. That's done, right? Now wait till you see what's going to happen if I move it. That is set. I don't think that will actually pose anymore. If I go to the pose, will that pose? No, because I've set it basically, so it won't. You see? And you might say, well, what use is that? It makes a good statue, but I've just lost what I had. This is the reason I didn't want to mess around with this figure over here. I didn't want to mess with that. I wanted to show you. See? So let's go. Let's hit undo. Okay, hold Control and press Z a couple of times. That should be back to how it was now. Let me see. Hold on. In object mode. Select the skeleton, go to pose. Oh no, we didn't undo enough, so let's go back. Okay. Is that right now? Let me keep testing it, hold on. Nope. Come on. Okay, now it should be right. Come on, man. Is this alright? Let's see now. Okay, from about here. Yes. Okay, good. So let's go back here. We've not. So I've just undone that. Let's ignore what I just did. Okay, so I've just posed him. Now I'm going to go to object mode and select the object. So select the body. And then from here I'm going to hold down shift and press D to duplicate. Whatever you do, don't move your mouse, just leave it there. Left click in place. Okay, so I just duplicated it. I selected the object, then I held shift and pressed D on the keyboard to duplicate, then I just left clicked. I didn't move the mouse anywhere, I just clicked it in place. So we've got a copy of that there now. What I'm going to do from now, is with that still selected, I'm going to go to Object, Convert to, and go to Mesh. Bang. And what that's done is it's made a copy of that mesh in the position. And if I move it away, you'll see we have that, and it's a statue. It's not connected to the skeleton as far as I know. This one is, you can see it's deformed if I move it. A gremlin, like a scary demon brother. Twin. So if I you know, you'll know that, right? And you'll see that. So if I oh, what the hell just happened to that dude? If I go back, if I just select this skeleton and go to pose, and then start moving the bones, you can see, you know, I can pose a living shit. I can move it however I want to pose it, you know. Hey man, you're my brother. What the hell do you think you're doing here? You know those ones with the big, you know? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'll get on there, man. So I got it here, okay, like what the hell? Don't forget you can turn off X-axis mirror to under tool here on that on this little sidebar. Then you can press N for no to bring that in and out. But yeah, this one is literally, if I go to object mode and select this one, it's literally just a statue. Literally, that's what it is. You see? So yeah, I'm gonna just delete that. Delete this dude. Oh, what the hell just happened? Oh, okay. He's still. We need to unparent him too. So let's right click with that object selected, the statue one. Right click and go to parent and clear parent. Now the dude is flipping, dog. So he's flipped in a strange way. It's just the way he is. That's just the way it is. Now right click on him, okay, and go to mirror and go to Z, a global I think, or local one, local. Okay, whatever. And then you can like flip it any way you want. Mirror, flip on the Y, whatever, back to here. As I say, you might want to size that motherfucker down because he's tiny as hell. Shrink him down so he's like a similar sort of size. But that's a way you can. And there's another one. I'm just showing another way you can basically get statues. I didn't really have to unparent. Wow, did I? Well, I did, didn't I? So let's have a check. Hold on. I'm just gonna shrink him down to size. You know, and just put him in the place he's got to go. That's it, good. Yeah, see, a good thing to do would be like to use that as a guide. So you've got this thing here. You can see how that's not actually matched properly on the Z-axis here. My ground with that thing there, as you can see. So I think the best thing to do would be actually to, yeah, I can move this up a little bit anyway. So let's move it up. Yeah, let's move. I've got the snapping on. No, I don't. Okay, good. About there is good. Okay, let's move this one up as well a little bit. Okay, good. So there you see. So you can see the kind of thing. So that kind of is good. I think it's so. Oh, it was going to be good, but it was a bit too close. Good. Right. Okay. Good. But this is a way you can do things. Okay. So I was going to get rid of that guy. Oh yeah, that's why, because I wanted to delete him, didn't I? You don't have to delete him anyway, you can keep him there as a basic thing, but pressing delete, he will delete now because he's unparented, don't forget. Okay, so this guy's sitting on the toilet, and maybe you could make a door there and make it like he's waiting in the cubicle, and this guy's waiting for the guy to come the fuck out, stinking the place up. You know, you could do it. I can make it a bus. I could make a bunch of people sitting down on the bus chatting or whatever, in the doctors. So I could put a chair there or something. Don't forget you can join objects too. press a, for example, I could do that. I could like flip this guy on the Y, right? Looks like they're having a conversation. Maybe they're, you know, rotate this one. You know, good time to bring those two cubes over and make them chairs. I won't bother for now. Let's bring in another one. Let's just say, for example, if I wanted to have a cube in here, I could do that. No? I can make a whole bunch of these. A whole bunch of them. I can put this here, see? Like this. Drag it across here, see? Make like a little seat or something, you see? Something like that. They're just sitting on a wall, let's say, two mates sitting on a wall, and you know, could do that, you know, and you know, anything like that, I could do that. And as I say, I could come here, select all of these, hold down Shift, and hold down, sorry, yeah, Shift and left click on these objects, even that wall, and then right click and go to join. Or you can do it, hold down Control and press J to join. Now from here I can, this is one object, literally this is one thing now. I could duplicate that, bang, see, move it on the x-axis, let's say, flip it on the, the x-axis as well, mirror it, that's basically a mirror, it's called, you know. Oh, excuse me, what the hell just happened? Oh, we went in the wrong mode, excuse me. But you see, and now we got a bunch of homies. Let's join them up quickly. That's one object. This is one object now, by the way. And these dudes are in a room having a conversation about this guy, saying, "Hey, it's that guy again. He's here again. He always turns his back on us." Turn off the visibility of the skeleton if you wish to, or even the whole corridor setup. You know. But definitely, it's definitely a good way using these models from Make Human. It's a good thing, you know. I say, you know, you can go into other views if you want to, and you know, practice whatever you want. They don't have skeletons, don't forget. They're boneless bastards. You know, I'm just saying. You go in there, you could put a light in there or whatever you want to have. But the idea is to, you know, as I say, just go to my world settings over here, turn down the brightness for that. You know, I can turn off my grid by turning off these things here, these two up here. If you look at my mouse here, this is for the toggles of everything here, so, and then this one shows the grid and stuff. I'm just saying I can come in here, add a light, a point light, add light, you know, come over here, just to get some feel. I'm not trying to do an actual real 3D scene even, I'm just saying I'm using it for my 2D, but I could get the feel and use 3D in a lot of ways to help me, see. These models are pretty big, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my light settings down here, the light bulb, turn up the power, crank it up to something crazy, you know, type a number in. That's crazy. now they look like aliens now, but aliens in the night. Let's change the colour, but you get the idea, the feel of the overall scene you want to do, you know. And I could like try and make a scene of some sort, you know, turn off that, whatever, see, and I could just make it kind of like moving. It's a horror movie, it's like a horror movie, right? The way it's flickering looks like fire or something too. It's the Midnight Association talking about their telling horror stories, telling ghost stories, you know. But you can come in here, you can literally draw on top of that, is what I'm saying. So what I would do is I'd take a screenshot using something like this. I've got my Bandicam here, you know, and any of this stuff I can take screenshots of. So let me just go here, take a quick screenshot of that, okay. Going in, boom, taking a screenshot of that, okay. I'm just going to turn my options on again so I can see what's what. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to just select, go back to normal view, delete that. I don't need to have that, as I say. Turn on the visibility of my other stuff for a second. Where is it? Hold on. Where's the thing? The cube here. It's good. Okay. Huh? Oh, in this view. Good. I'm going to reopen. Now, I'm saying, see, any of this stuff, I can take a screenshot of this, you see, and I can draw on top of this. Is what I'm trying to say. And do the art, but I would make it look very faint. Is what I would do if I was doing that. Okay. We just reopen. Open recent. Where are we? Yeah, I'm going to turn it off for a second. Reopen it just to check it's okay. This should be okay. Where are we? Into the right view. Ooh. Oh yeah, where is it? Oh, there it is. That's the one. Okay, it looks okay. If you hold on, guys, I want to just go to the toilet because I'm busted. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I just paused it. Another thing I want to say is when I exported the model from MakeHuman, the software, I didn't even save a texture for the character, like anything at all, like skin or anything. Just had it simple. You don't need to, you know. But what you can do is, obviously, if you do go in there, you can obviously change the color of things if you wanted to. Like when I'm in another view, for example, like the material views, you might want to like choose the object and then go to the textures here and change, you know, the base color. If I had two figures, I could have them two different colors, just to make it more easy to see what I'm doing if you wanted to, you know. Going in here, changing it to another color, say like blue or whatever you want to have, you know, and playing around with that if you wanted to, see? And that'd be handy, but we're not always doing that, as I say. So, but it won't show up in solid view anyway, and we're mostly in wireframe view. So let's just go in and have a look at what I was talking about previously. Before we do that, I'll just show you something else. When we're in this view, don't forget we're looking through a 3D camera. That's what I've put the view in. You can toggle out of that view and just go back to normal view, but you've got this main camera set up. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, okay. And what I'm saying is you can also play around in the camera settings. Where's the camera? Hold on. The camera settings, by selecting the camera up here and then going down to the camera thing at the bottom here. You can play around with the angles and everything, you know. Where am I? I need to select the camera. Am I doing this right? Hold on one second. There's a way you can so you can set the size and a few different things, but I need to pull this out, I think. There it goes again. Now pull out the goddamn the little thing here, the sidebar thing, or press N, as I say, on the thing to bring it up, and go to the rotation. That's what you want to do. Go to the rotation. You need to make sure you get your camera selected, of course. And what you can do is you can literally excuse me for a second, you can go here and play around with the rotation like this. Let's see. Is that right? 3D cursor? No, I want to select the camera. That's it. Hold on. I'm trying to select the camera, thank you very much. 3D cursor is not the one. I'm confusing myself here. Hold on. Excuse me, I may be wrong. Hold on. Tool. Active tool. Rotation. Nope. That's not what we're trying to do. So I'm trying to find a way to like turn the camera properties. Hold on. I don't think it is in here after all. So let's just get out of that. Let's just go. Press N. Ignore that. Okay. Please excuse me. 1 second. Lens. No. Viewport display. Getting confused now. Hold on. I am getting a little bit confused here. Hold on 1 second. Camera selected. Camera. Shift. Okay. The shift. which is the angle. But where's the rotation? Depth of field you can have, which is really you got field of view as well, you know, FOV. Viewport display. This is really, oh, here. No. You know what? I'm really getting confused now, huh? View, no, tool, item, that's the one. So go to item, under that, on the sidebar there, okay, item here. And you can play with the rotation, you see? That's what I'm trying to say to you. If you don't like a rotation, whether you've given it like a strange rotation or something, okay, especially the Y, it's the Y one I'm working with right now, tilting it, you see, like that. And you can like get all these kind of cool angles, you see. You might want to have some really crazy angles, you see, like that. See how it's tilted like that. If you didn't want to have that, okay, as I say, you can also, you know, go to the select that and then press 0 to zero it back out, and then click out elsewhere and it will go back to normal. Okay. I was actually trying to find the maybe it's under tool, hold on. No, I'm trying to find the settings for the camera. Let's go to the camera itself. Depth of field, we don't want to have that. But there is a thing here, field of view. I think it should be like a field of view, you know. Just trying to see where that is, hold on. If anyone knows, you're probably laughing at me now. Okay. Can't seem to find it at the moment, but going to set the field of view. Let me see. Location, all that stuff's there. Tools. I'm really sorry I can't find it right now, but but there's things you can do, as I say. Auto. But there's things you can do to get some really crazy angles on it. Don't forget another thing you can do. Okay, another thing you can do is you could bring a model into SketchUp using SketchUp, if you like that way. But yeah, so this is this little thing I was going to show you here. Before I do go, I'll show you something else too, just really quickly, to make it a nice Christmassy video. When you add another model in, let me add a cube in, okay? Add a cube, where's the cube? There's my cube, add a cube in. You can use basic cubes in a clever way. When it comes in, it's just going to be on a certain point. Let's just snap it into place. Go to the magnet up here, so it snaps. Bring that up, so it's like on the ground. It should be. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Go here. Where's the scrap? Where's the here? Okay, here. Bring it up. Oh no. What the hell's going on? Hold on. Go to the snap. Drag it up. Why is that not working? I'm so puzzled by that. Now, hold on. I'm trying to drag it up so it like matches, you know. But we don't even need to do it anyway, so forget that snap. Let's just go into there, okay? And I can choose my object. Okay, my cube. I can make this as big as I want. I just pressed S to scale it, okay? This big cube. And what I do is I then go into switch from object mode to edit mode. With all of that selected, or you can just press, if you click elsewhere by accident, just press A to select it all, or go to faces, as I say, up here where you have points, edges and faces. But make sure it's all selected, then right click and go to subdivide and see what's happened here. And then you can go to that and you can like max that up like something crazy, or just have it. I'm having this at 10. That's okay at 10. 10's enough, I think, for this. You don't want too many, but you know, that's there. I'm going to go to object mode again. Now with this, I can. It's not transparent like the other thing because I've not put a wireframe modifier on it. Don't forget. But by the way, if you feel that those bones are annoying and they're in the way, you don't want to see the bones, you can turn the view on that skeleton over there. Okay, select the skeleton of the figure, go down here under the settings for the properties and turn off in front. Or you can simply go to the skeleton itself for the figure and you know, turn off the visibility of it like that, and just leave it in front. Yeah, that's one way you can do it too. So we'll just turn it off for now then, just so we can see what we're doing. And yeah, you can literally make a whole, you know, scene if you wanted to. If you wanted to keep it, I'm saying, like this. If you was actually making an actual 3D scene, I could make all kinds of like shapes, and when I stretch it out, yeah, they're stretching. Fair enough, I know they're stretching, but it doesn't matter too much. We're just trying to make like various interesting scenes. I can hold down Shift, press D to duplicate, whatever. I'm just making some random stuff here now. So you see, I could just make whatever. I can make skyscrapers if I wanted to, you know, make a whole city, and use things as a guide, as such, see, and make like a scene and have things going on, you know, make this scene here, see, this could be like a doorway or something, I don't know, in here, still got my grid, this thing unselectable, but you see I could make that as like a thing. This could be a table or something in here, or I could make some basic shapes, you know, you see, and then use it for like a comic setup or a, you know, whatever, animation, as I say. And what I'll do is I'll draw on top of it, you know. So I'm going to delete that for a second. Let me just turn off this without saving. Good. And I'm going to show you my image that I took that image earlier on. And I've got a few other ones too, like this image here, for example. I would take that into an art software like Krita or Fire Alpaca or whatever art software you want. You know, Photoshop, whatever it is you want to use. You know, Manga Studio, Clip Studio Paint, whatever it is. You know, it's up to you. Dragging the image in. What I would do is I would, you know, go up to the filter here, go to levels, you know, and play around so it's like really faint, so I can just about see it. You know, maybe even make it black and white if you want to. You know, just use it as a guide. And I'd make another layer on top of that, and I would draw on the next layer. You see, I would sketch out. I could do a rough sketch first using like a blue or a pencil or whatever, you know, and just work out the basic designs of these characters. So I could do it, you know, you can see how they're sitting and stuff. See, I would draw on top of that. You see, I can do like a very thin. You can change the size of the image if you like. The images don't have to be great big that we take the screenshots, really, because even like the size, I'm saying, like the size is not too good in this one, you know, because I just took it from that screen capture software, you know, Bandicam, as I say. You know, but I'm just saying, I just did it as a rough thing, you know. But I'm just saying, that's the basic point, see. You know, I just basically, you know, I just basically did it like that. You know. Excuse me, it's getting distracted here, but just sketching, see, and just drawing the clothes in and stuff, see. You know, just about what I'm saying is, they're not supposed to be so detailed anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm just taking like simple images, you know, and then I can resize them later on, is what I'm saying. I resize them. I'm doing my proper art, you say, draw like proper detail on top and stuff, you know. And again, even that seat, well, I put that seat there, see, it doesn't have to be perfect. I can just draw it in. I can just draw the details in, you see. Change the size of it or whatever I want, you see. But use that as a guide. See? Whatever, I'm just putting the basic thing in there, just done that one character, but you get the idea, yeah? And draw some guy, and you can literally, you don't even need that background anymore, really. So you can, once you've got your picture, your rough sketch, and you can like go on top of that and do a more refined picture, you know. And you go frame by frame doing like actual animation. If I go into my size, the image size, you can see it's so small, so I can resize this. Bang, see, now we're talking. I can do better detail now. I can go on top of this if you wanted to. I'm saying, you know, go in and do some nice lines or whatever. You can turn on your control if need be, you know. Hold on. Oh, what's going on with that, man? Hold on, where is it? Freehand. What the hell's going on with that? Hang on, I'm trying to work out why it's not giving me that nice control there. 1, 2. This is a good software for comics, by the way, this one. I just want to say stabilizer. Here we go, stabilizer. Ah, silly. Stabilize, there we go. You can get a good stabilizer if you want to get a stabilizer on there. If your lines are a bit sloppy, like mine can be from time to time, and you get the, you know, this good control. But the thing is, like, it's a toss up, as we say, like, because I like to do like fast, you know, lines. But I guess you could say, well, that's for the sketching part, Richard. You know, I could literally, you know, go loose for the sketching part and then put some patience in, you know, with some patience, do a nice, better drawing on top of it, you know. That's just a quick thing. I'm not doing anything crazy. I don't even usually use the stabilizer. I just go rough anyway, you know. Okay, but there you go. Anyway, so that's what we're looking at today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. So what I've been doing today and what I've been showing you. If anyone's interested in having the file, yeah, I can share that file with you, no problem, you know, this file, if you like. Yeah, as I say, don't forget, you can also, I'll find a way of doing it, whatever. I'm saying, the thing is, don't forget, you can also, you know, you could like make copies of the various parts and stuff too, as I say. So like I can make a copy of this, hold down shift, press D to duplicate, move it along on the X, see. But I think if that's parented to that, they're both going to move now. If I click on this, you see, and pose it, they're both going to, yeah, they're both going to move, see. Now that might be useful if you're trying to make some kind of escalator or some kind of train station, you see, with different things, you see. It's definitely a good quick way of making various pieces for anything too, isn't it? You know, I can make another big bridge, walkway or something along the side there as well, you know. I could go here, you know what I mean. Unparent it, go to parent, clear parent, move it along, whatever, press R to rotate, Z on the Z axis, then 90, bang, move it along here. It could be another corridor, you see. Move this right up here, click on that one, go to the pose that right up there, kind of thing, you know. You see, you know, even from here now, pose this is something, I don't know. It's not really a great model, as I say, but you get the idea. I could even, yeah, do that. So you put this one up here. I wouldn't have to anyway, really, but you know, I could just come in there and draw it in. So you, again, same thing, I would come into something like that, you see, and I would just draw it in. You don't have to do the door and everything. I can just literally come in here and just draw it in. And again, you can make you don't have to have the characters so big like that, you know. You can have your characters smaller, you know. So if I go here, boom, Y, move them along. Oh, what the hell just happened to my fucking? Hold on. D, shit, hold on. D, boom, boom. Clear parent. What the hell just happened? Oh no, hold on. My mistake. Shit, man. I'm getting carried away, hold on. Duplicate. Bam, bam. Bam. Object. Convert to mesh. Bam. Move over here. Boom. Clear parent. Just to do it. Bam. He's over there now. Flip him on the mirror him on the Y in this case and the Z, and then shrink the motherfucker down. You know, he's a complete statue. I won't say it's maybe it's a father and his son, but I'm just saying forget that giant man behind him. This is not Attack on Titan, but it could be, you know, the next one. We just put it there. The guy's posed in a certain way. Could go into my view if I wanted to, like there. You know. Hold on. Okay, whatever. You know, and I can just have it. Anyway, you can create some really, really interesting, I don't know, concept art or whatever. You could put a character like that, you know. Get into a view. Just even use markers for animation to show like where the character's going to be in the next scene. I'm just flipping the camera with those camera controls up there, by the way. You know, and just showing where they're going to be, and you could like literally draw them differently in each scene. You know, could like random. We could do things like select multiple characters. Sorry, hold on. Make just select those characters. Hold on. Just trying to carefully select only the characters here. I'll just move those ones. I can this one, and then go to object. Where is it? Object. Transform. With them all selected, and go to rotate. Where is it? No, random transform, and then randomize transform, and then rotation on the Z-axis. When I move them, they're going to be different. Just randomly, a different, done differently. You know. I guess I can probably scale them differently too. So if I go to scale different sizes and stuff. Not on that axis, hold on the Z axis, we'd go again, object, transform, randomize transformation, move the that a bit, go to, I guess it's this one, yeah, kind of thing. I guess it should be all of them, really, shouldn't it? It should be all of them. Okay, let's try that again, transformation, randomize transform. Can I select all of them? Even, scale even, that's the one, scale even, is that right? No, hang on, no. What has happened? It's a different heights, okay, playing around a bit. Kind of messed up how this standing, I guess, but you know. You'd mess around with things like that, you know. Yeah. Okay. I'll show you something else too in a moment. So here, rotation. Yeah, randomize. Yeah, click away. So they're all kind of like slightly different. You get the idea. So you could get like some different angles and stuff. Draw on top of that. You know, you could draw this place and make it like really better. Draw the actual place to make it like a location. You know, could even you know, select some of these characters or these figures here. And duplicate those, right? Flip them as well. Flip them on the x-axis. Let's see, moving those ones across. Something just went wrong, I know, but okay, let's just get rid of that. Yeah, something went wrong there, right? Definitely. I'm just saying, I can move them across, you know, whatever. You can make one a man, one a woman, a lot of happy couples or whatever you want, you know, up to you. You know, get some scenes of some shopping mall or something you like, you know, whatever. People going up to the mothership or going to the train station or getting on the plane or whatever it is. And I want to say something now. I want to say something else. Okay, if I click on one of these objects, I can go here and go to edit mode. Okay, and then I may want to turn on X-ray view for this because they don't have a skeleton in them or anything. But click face select. Okay, and I'm going to do something. I'm going to I don't know how well this is going to work. I really don't know how well it's going to work, but I'm not even too sure. To be honest with you, I'm really not sure. But I know you can do certain things, like I could select some of his body and then manipulate it, maybe like rotate it. I was going to say the problem is the arms. You see the arms kind of come off there. But okay, let's just see. You have to be really careful of how you're going to do it. But go into round selection. I'm going to hold down shift as I paint and just paint these arms here. It's not going to paint on any other ones, don't worry. Yeah, okay, so kind of like that, and then we'll see what we can do to get some subtle movement. See, yeah, and also hold down shift corner and kind of pose it that way. Hold down shift again to unpaint or erase the paint as well from certain areas. Also, you can see how he's kind of messed up his shit right there. I'll hold down actually Alt, sorry. Hold down Control, sorry. To do that also here. But don't worry, I'm not trying to make like perfect posed figures. These are to be drawn on top of, don't forget. I'm just trying to get some basic rough position. You see, like from here, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's a bit deformed, I know, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to draw on top of this and draw it properly. I'm going to undo a few times though, because you get a bit uncomfortable like that. I could go into object mode here with the object selected, go to sculpt mode, and then go to there's a pose brush. Where is it? Pose, right? So you can like pose the shit out of this dude. I'm not too sure. We'll go to strength, low, radius, high, maybe, like for a certain part of the body. Oh, I think it's because we got that X thing selected still. So go here. Where is it? Under item, I think, or tool. Hold on. I'm going to turn off the X. Where is it? Mirror. You know the X. What do you call that? Symmetry. Yeah. See, under symmetry. Turn off that, and now we can get some movement. This is really cool. Okay, very cool. Turn that up and turn that down. Maybe I should turn my camera another angle here. This guy is just confused as fuck, you know. I can kind of move certain parts, you see. Even just like the head, I don't know. it's just not. I don't know. I can rotate as well. Okay, rotate. But when we do it that way, it kind of fucks up. So hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to work out the best way to rotate the bastard. Hold on. That's rotate. How about twist? Can you twist it then? These are like the rotation type tools, you see. Pose is the one. Can I or can I not? Oh, I see. It kind of guesses where your shit is, kind of thing. So I can't turn it the other way. But it doesn't matter because you've got some good control. So what I can do is I can go then back into edit mode and see. We've got X-ray selected, right, too. Yeah. You know, just select the head area, whatever. You know, making sure it's all selected, of course. But I've just accidentally done his shoulder as well, so better to use the box select, I think, here. Make sure you just cut it off by the neck, bastard, and then rotate his shit that way. But you know, the problem is, as you can see, there's a lot of problems with it. I think it's because of the neck as well, you know. We don't want the neck. But you get the idea, right? I could have just turned his neck. I could have just posed it anyway in the beginning, you see. Yeah. You know, there's things we can do. Hold on. Good fun. Good, I don't think this guy's having that much fun, to be honest with you, but you know, it's all in a good day's work. Then move him across, see a bit of patience, and get this bastard listening to you. You can use the multi-transform tool as well, which allows you, this one here, it allows you to do all that stuff. You can even resize the guy's head, make it do like that monstrous big head guy, or whatever way, or just change it even slightly. That's a good idea actually, because then you can like maybe, or just go to sculpt mode, as I say, and just sculpt the shit out of his face. You can move his nose if you want, move his face, get some simple animations like that, you know. Yeah. Okay, elastic deform. Is this the one? Oh, elastic deform. This is cool. Elastic deform. Yes, elastic deform. Pretty useful. This could be good for some subtle animation as well. As I say, you see, I can kind of like elastify this bastard. You know, do some simple movement, like simple positions. I don't know. It can be useful, you know. Okay. Grab, scale, twist. The deformation. So grab, you can go into deformation. This is the elastic deform tool, okay? And go to like, you got scale and different things. More as well, actually there. So, but I think twists are good. So deformation. What's deformation? Okay, just go to twist. Is it going to work? Volume, hold on. Not seeming to work, hold on. Okay, we'll leave that for now. Is it just the radius or what? Something like that? Twist. Let's go to grab again. So grab works pretty good. You gotta admit, you know. It's so weird. It's like it's radius, volume. Some of these do have different things, as I say. See, I guess this does rotation, face sets, topology, rotate and twist, squash and stretch. Or, you do that too. We've had some fun with this, I'll say that, you know. And there you go. So you got some scene. This guy's talking. Hey man, do you ever think we're going to get on the plane, on the UFO? He said, oh, shut up, man. We gotta wait in line. you know, it's crazy stuff here. See, you can draw all of your characters in, pose them beforehand if you wish to, put weapons in their hands, whatever you want to do. Put backpacks on them. Yeah. Hope this is recording, by the way. Still, I really hope this is recording. Yeah. So that's about that. That's about all that is. I wanted to show you with that. You know, I could take a screenshot of this and draw some scenery or whatever if I wanted to. You know, but let's just turn that off for now. I'm not going to save that. I'm going to go back in. Okay, go back in. Make it just saved it with another camera angle. Hold on. Just going back in. And now, if I go to this one, I want to see about the control of this character, because I want to go to the skeleton here, the rig, and it says, where is it? The bones, yeah. I want to see how this is working. IK Solver, Rigify bone groups. Nope. There's something I want to look at here. Oh, I chose that shape, by the way. When you first get the figures in, they might not be that shape, the bones. They might just be lines. But I chose this one. What the hell? Octahedral, sorry. But yeah, I'm trying to work this out. So hold on. If I go here and choose the figure, I'm just trying to work this out. There's something about inverse kinematics. I really don't know. Let me just try a new thing before we go. I'm going to go to general, just start a new one. So I'm going to just get rid of the camera, get rid of the light. So I'm just going to have this here, stretch this cube out, and turn on my magnet thing. Drag it up so it clicks, then turn off the magnet thing. Go to my wireframe view, turn off X-ray because it goes on automatically most of the time. Go in there. I'm going to go to edit mode with that selected and go to the loop cut across the middle here vertically. Go to the cuts and maximize it. I'm going to really have it pretty. I'll have it like that or something. Okay. And then go there. With that in place, I'm going to go to modifier, add modifier, then go to wireframe. Bring it all the way down the thickness so it just becomes literally a wire frame. Okay, click away, leave it in place, go to add, we're still in object mode, add armature, single bone, bang, it puts it in place there. Turn your camera so it's sideways like that. Okay, I'm going to press rotate on the X axis, so R for rotate, X, and then 90 should be okay, unless you want to do it automatically. Left click. I'm gonna actually move it up to like the center of what we got there. We got a guide on the grid there, you can just about see. You can resize it if you wanted to as well, but I'm going to move it along here to the end, and then from here I'm going to go to edit mode with that still selected. And it's just a case of pressing, it's on the Y axis, the green axis, okay? X is the red one. I'm going to press E to extrude and then Y to lock it, and then just move my mouse. Huh? Why didn't that work? Hold on, why didn't that work? Let's try again, hold on. Click on that, make sure it's clicked, okay? E to extrude, okay? Undo that. undo that. E and then Y. I think I pressed T by accident, that's why. Okay, so E, Y, E, Y, E, Y basically. E, Y, move the mouse. E, Y, move the mouse. E, Y, move the mouse. E, Y, all of them until you get to the end. I'm just making them this sort of size. There's another thing on here called bendy bones too, which I don't know how to actually use. Let me get my camera sorted. Better angle, we're on this side now, hold on. So E, Y, move the mouse. One more maybe, how about that? A bit longer one, but still, bang. That's done. Okay, now go back to object mode, click out of that, click somewhere on the screen. Click on the object, then click on your first bone, which is this one. Let's get the camera back how we had it. Then click on the first bone in the line, and that will select the whole thing. But then from here, you're going to right click and go to parent with automatic weights. Bang. Now that should be there. One more thing we're going to do, when I move this up, when I move this higher, you notice the whole thing's following it. So we're going to click back up, basically bring that back down to a height so it's above. And that's basically what I had in the beginning with my thing, don't forget. Ignore that line there, don't worry. Yes. Now, what else can we do? We're here. Yeah. Okay. So with this selected, okay. That's that. Oh, one thing I didn't do on the other side, didn't do the other, so I'm just showing you how I did that. Let's go back to edit mode again. We're here. Do another loop cut across the middle here, and another loop cut across the center there, and then go to the select tool and just select the ones we don't want to have. Like in this case, I'm not going to have these. I could have put two other ones, which I forgot to do there, excuse me. Right click on that, and then go to dissolve edges that is. Go back to object mode. In this case, we've just got one center line in the middle of the ground there on the floor. I didn't put three this time. I'm just doing a simple thing, a little test. When I click on my object here, my armature, and go to pose mode, and choose a bone, now it should, as I say, work the same way as we just had it. So it's working well. Okay, you can see that. You can also deform, don't forget, can't you? So meaning if I choose on one of those there and do that, let's say like that, okay, then I can go back to object mode, click on the object, hold shift and press D to duplicate, then left click in place and go to object, convert to mesh, right? You know, and then from there I can just literally make a copy of it like that. But if you go right click and go to parent and clear parent, it's going to move it to some strange position. It's flipped it basically, hasn't it? I think like the other one did, I'm not too sure. Get the angle. You can move things in increments as well as snapping, as I said earlier, by holding down control, and it will move that in increments and it will snap basically, yeah. You can get the camera in a good angle to make sure it's more or less the right size using the various grids it gives you there. You can right click and go to mirror on the x-axis if you want to do it that way. Just doing a rough thing here, it's really right, it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. You can rotate obviously with the rotate tool, you know, move that along there. Oh, notice how it's moving along the thing there, you don't want that to happen, so let's just click on my skeleton. I should have moved the skeleton, you know. Position, can move globally or locally. Locally moves the object with its own axis, the origin sort of thing. Globally will move everything within the whole scene, you know. From here I'm just going to click on these, both of them, holding down shift and left clicking. Hold down control and press J to join, but it fucks up, so undo that. Let's go again, okay, hold down shift and press D to duplicate, left click in place and go add, no, go to object, where are we, no, go right click, parent and clear parent, yeah, bang, and what do we get? Oh, what happened was is I didn't have them both selected, did I? I don't think that was it. I was going to try and duplicate the whole thing. Alright, from here what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from there, okay, I'm going to go to object instead and go convert to mesh. But that's going to lose, oh, what the hell just happened? I'll find out one, where is it? Let's move this one out of the way. Strange. Well, it did make a copy, but it just like, okay, whatever. I was trying to be clever, but just playing around really. But let's get back to our main thing we're doing here, which is working out how that IK bones thing works. Where is it? Deform. Tail, what's that about? Deform radius. Bendy bones. You've got bendy bones there. I don't know what the hell that's all about. Curve the bones. Bendy bones, how does that work? Segments. If I click on a bone then with this, how does that work? It doesn't work much. Let's go back to object mode. What else is this one? Add bone constraint. I'm not too used to bone constraints, so I'm not going to mess with that. Deform relations, deform, and looking at some other stuff here. Full on exploration. This is rigify buttons. Generate rig. Interesting. Bone groups. Inverse kinematics. Here we go. Inverse kinematics standard. And you've got different things here. And I don't know what this is about. Pose library. You can set various poses for things. Pretty interesting. I guess you have to save a pose, I guess. Motion paths. Okay, I'm going to leave that one as it is. Okay, I'm just going to get out of that quickly. Just check my other one, and that should be that. I want to say thank you for watching this long Christmas video here. Okay, and yeah, great stuff on the way. Thanks for watching. Okay, we looked at a lot of different things in this video. I hope you get really creative over Christmas or over any time. Thanks for watching. Take care.